Switching gears a little bit, we're going over to Mike Eppel. We're talking about gas prices, and we're talking about the skyrocketing price of oil. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Melanie. We've got oil prices this morning at a 3-year high, which theoretically could be good for the Canadian energy sector and the Canadian economy, but not so much for drivers, as we are paying an elevated price here in the GTA. The peak at $3.34.9 coming in this morning, and the early forecast by Enpro is for another penny increase at midnight tonight to $1.35.9, highest we've seen in about 3.5 years. Now, shop around. We're seeing varying prices across the GTA. You go to the outskirts, the suburbs, or points north, east, or west, and a much reduced price than the peak price in the downtown core. Supply and demand factors at play here, so the market's actually doing what it's supposed to do. Filled up last night, for example, for $1.18, so there are bargains to be had if you actually fill up after 6 o'clock. Some of the retailers have been consistently lowering prices into the evening hours. Call it a bubble? That's what a lot of people are saying about the past year in the Canadian or Toronto real estate market. A study by Realosophy in this morning indicates did a deep dive really into the amount of money that was lost from some buyers who bought at the peak a year ago in March, just before those new rules were put into place on foreign buyers and other issues related to the real estate market to cool things off by the Ontario government, and then prices subsequently plunged 18% over the next 4 months. Realosophy is saying that buyers who bought in at the peak and then were subsequently forced to sell, about 1,000 of them in total, lost a collective $136 million. So far this year, the real estate market seems to be stabilizing in the first few months of 2018. Thumbs up, a like signal from the market on Mark Zuckerberg's 2 days of testimony in Washington. We've seen Facebook shares this week gain about 6%, adding billions of dollars to the company's market cap, as Mark Zuckerberg, for all intents and purposes, had a pretty good performance in Washington and fended off a lot of the most serious questions about the social network and possible regulation by government. So buyers have been buying back in following the data privacy issues at Facebook. And stock markets starting the day steady for a change, actually, just in reaction to Donald Trump's latest tweet regarding Syria. We've seen the Dow futures gain about 100 points. Canadian dollar comes in at 79 1/3 cents U.S. We'll send it back to the studio.